Hey everybody, this is Mehran and welcome to another episode of The Sunday Thing, episode 26. You are watching this on July the 5th, 2026, and episode 26 can only mean one thing, and that is we're halfway done with my plan for having a full year chronicled and made into videos week by week. This is the 27th week of the year, if you count the first week that I made the episode. And so far, I have been able to post regularly without missing a single week, without missing a single moment, come hell or high water, and I feel really cool about this. This week also was pretty run-of-the-mill, normal stuff, nothing out of the ordinary. We had a few last-minute meetings at the university to finalize some things for next year, and generally the vibes were about, all right, we are getting closer to the end of the year, so let's just vibe it, let's just slow down and slowly shift into the summer mode, which we all did. The one and only mid-roll of this week talks about, well, you know what, I think it's best if you just see it for yourself. You know, for the past 26 weeks, every Monday or every Tuesday sometimes even on the Sunday, I would, sit behind my PC, play one of my guitars, and try to find a song, a melody, a rhythm, something that I like doing, and try to write like a 2-minute music thing, even though these are all like songs that I made before, right? Make a video, record, mix, edit, the whole 9 yards. And I don't know if, I mean, it's gotta count for something, right? It has to count for something. The worst, I would like the lowest or the least important thing here is that at least I'm getting some training. I'm getting some mandatory training, which to me is a good thing, because the more you train, the more you have the possibility of improvement. And if the song from week 0 all the way until the song for this week sound the same, that means one of two things. A, this is my cap, this is like my scale cap. Or B, I'm just not good at my job. I am just simply not good. And I don't know if you guys know the definition of insanity, but it is not to do random stuff. The definition of insanity, I believe based on Albert Einstein, is doing the same thing over and over and over and over again, like trying to get a different result. So if you do the same thing over and over again and you expect different results, you're just crazy. You're just loco. And well, I don't want to be crazy. The whole idea of this, the whole idea of a Sunday thing, weekly song performance thing, was to prepare myself for these days that I am practically getting freer and freer as time moves on, so that I can start working on my album with a lot more precision. And this album that I'm talking to you about is a very important. Why is it yellow? It's okay. It's a very important part of my musical journey. And so for this week, I haven't really started thinking about the song. I think I know, based on like a vibe feeling, I think I know what song I would like to play and I would like to record with the new toys that I have. But I feel like I've already done this song before. But it is actually appropriate because, well, when I tell the story of the song, it will probably make a lot of sense. I mean, at least I hope it does. Am I screwing the... I think I am. It seems to be locked in place. It was so funny because when I was getting when I was getting a lamp, like this lamp that I got, which again, I was trying to... I don't like warm lights. I like cold lights. I like lighter and whiter lamp things, because it's just, I don't know, it like yellow color when it comes to lamps, even not super warm, but still that kind of color kind of puts me to sleep. It makes me feel a bit sleepy. Anyway, I hope I'm not crazy doing this. This is like, I'm reaching the midpoint of the Sunday thing, and I'm having all kinds of different thoughts. I just hope that at the end of all of this, I look back at this series of this year and I tell myself, hey, it was worth it. Good job. Well done. We'll see. We'll see. It is past midnight, which means I could turn off the fan without losing a ton of temperature. And I also want to test something. So this lamp is too bright. I could turn it off, and obviously there's gonna be absolute pure darkness while you are listening to the soothing sound of my voice. However, I recently made a purchase that should help me film in the dark with more vibes. If I turn this on, there we go, right? It has potential. I like this color. I like this color. And then I have like a natural light thing here that I could lower. There we go. That could be like this, right? It's pretty good. So for this performance song of the week, one thing that I've been thinking about is, you know, there's a very golden rule when it comes to music production and music in general, maybe even art, I'd have to say. And that is, generally speaking, because you are within a realm of creative work, there are no rules. There are zero rules. Now, if I'm recording an acoustic guitar, which I want to tonight, if you have been following the previous couple of videos, you know that I have dampened the sound by a acoustic sound hole block. And the guitar sounds very different. It sounds very quiet. It sounds very, maybe a bit boomy and a bit like, I don't know, like a different acoustically. And I thought to myself, I'm going to remove this obviously, but what if I record with this sound and just, you know, see what happens. So that is what's going to happen. Cable into the microphone. There's a bit of a nice breeze coming in through the window. That means I can work for a tiny bit longer before completely losing myself to the sweating. I think this is a good color. I'll just turn on the mic 48 volt, and then maybe mute the speaker and then enable the headphones. So the guitar that you're going to hear for the performance song of the week, this is such a nice lighting. All of that will be with a dampened acoustic sound, unless I can make it work. Good? Good. Let's go. I wrote that song, I think it was also in July a few years ago, and it's a representation of a lot of different moments in my life. But that specific song and that specific moment for me is about like that second, that spark where the creativity, inspiration, and the love of making music hits. Like they'll converge into a single point. And for this week specifically, I decided to do that because, as you will see in the next video, that should go live probably next Tuesday, I think, or next Wednesday. As of next week, I will. It's really. I get goosebumps even thinking about it and even trying to explain it. But see, I moved to France in January 2022, which is 4 years ago, and I defended my master's thesis and I finished my education in July of 2024, which is 2 years almost to date. That means by this July, July, I think it was July 8th. I should check the numbers. By July 8th of 2026, I will have been in France more as a teacher than as a student. I don't know if it makes any sense. And this fills me with a lot of joy, a lot of feeling of, well, honestly, pride, because I've been able to accomplish something I never thought was possible to do. There are several videos, dozens of videos on my YouTube channel that I have made private, which I believe I'm going to make them public when that day comes, that show my entire journey from several years ago all the way to today. And the reason I made them private is a different, like it could be an hour of conversation, but basically it was because of myself. I did not want to go back and rewatch them and to just, you know, because they're not, first off, they're not the greatest videos I've ever made, and secondly, I can visibly see in my face that there's not a lot of soul. There's not a lot of life in it, for whatever reason you want to think about it. It could be because of political reasons, it could be because of geographical reasons, it could be because of a number of different reasons. But the important thing is that what I imagine, what I perceive to be the worst days of my life probably are behind me forever. And as I'm growing up and as I'm moving more forward in this crazy new life that I've been able to build for myself here in this beautiful city of Strasbourg, France, I'm just filled with joy. I'm just filled with happiness. And so that is why this is going to be a very monumental moment for me, like reaching that day and remembering everything. And I want to share it with the world to hopefully inspire somebody else, somebody who might watch this video maybe in the next, I don't know how many weeks, months, years, and see, all right, it's not impossible. Like, impossible is not a concept that can be defined when there's will without fear, which basically is my story of 2026. I've willed so many things into existence, and I'm so happy that I've been able to do that. I'm so privileged, I'm so lucky, and let's go back to the definition of luck, that preparation meets opportunity. I had been preparing myself for a number of years for these days. And so when they eventually happened, even though it was at the heart of COVID, it was at the heart of pandemic and all of those things, and of course personal, like super dark days, it's just it's a feeling of satisfaction. And you know what? You have arrived. You have made it. Just do not forget about this. Do not squander your chance, and just vibe with it. And that is all of these is the reason I just decided to play that song for the performance song of the week, as well as testing a bunch of new stuff and just, you know, relaxing, because officially as of next week, I will be going full into album production mode for my new album, and I want to share that probably like my entire summer weekly videos are going to be about the new album that I hopefully should be able to finish by this year's November. That's a personal target for myself. If this journey so far has been interesting for you, and if you're still watching this video, thank you so very much for watching these videos. It would be super cool if you could do the YouTube thing and, you know, subscribe to the channel. My personal goal is to reach 500 subscribers on YouTube by the end of 2026. We are a little above 400 right now, and that makes me like, yes, we are inching very, very slowly towards that ultimate goal. But above that, thank you for watching. Thank you for being here. Thank you for caring. I hope that you're staying safe. I hope that you're staying sane. I hope that you're drinking a lot of water. You're enjoying your time. I also hope and wish for the world to be a little bit more stable and less crazy, so we can breathe and we can enjoy what little time we have on this little dirt. See you next week, and enjoy this little acoustic rendition of Love Left in Me, second verse. And as I was editing it, I realized something very stupid and funny. I'm so sorry. Usually when I'm filming these videos, I film them in multiple angles, as I did for this video as well. But in the editing, I forgot to change the angle. So you will see the video in one angle. At the end of it, the angle will change, because as I finished the song, there were a bunch of crows flying by, and I captured it in the other angle. I'm very sorry. Still, after 27 videos this year only alone, I'm not good at this job. I'm trying. I am trying. Have a great rest of your day. See you very soon. Stay safe, stay sane, and peace. Waiting, dreaming on a day that rarely comes. Jaded, faded, I cease resistance in my eyes. Hubris kills me, I am reborn to die once more.
chained to your madness, my flesh, my curse, my war. Lady Luck shuffles 3 cards and she looks with glee. Under neon lights I could see your name next to me. I hold in my hands a card I am too scared to turn over. A heart in my eyes, a gaze that will turn life into stone. You showed me a fear, a fire, a fright to believe in. You showed me I'm wrong, and there is still love left in me, love left in me.
The timing of that crow, like 99% of what I played is correct. Honestly, if I replace the audio in the video, like with the audio, with the original audio, I think it's really good. Also, what do you think about the new color thing? Do you think the vibes are good? We're going purple for week 1. Anyway, thank you for watching, and see you next week.